So any situation that requires a middleman is kind of primed to be eliminated. So watch out, middleman.
I actually don't think that industry should pay too much attention to blockchain just yet. I think the use cases will be very obvious when they come. But I think right now we're dealing with like Netscape grade web browsers sort of thing. Like blockchain right now is still very nascent, very new. If I wouldn't, unless you're looking at in the fintech industry or you're looking at some type of distributed data storage system, I don't think that there is really a huge calling for major corporations to really care about it at the moment.
Yeah, so I'd say there's no one killer use case. I think blockchain has broad applicability, and depending on your company and your size and what space you're working in, there'll be different applications that it can be used across. So really what we encourage companies to do is apply a set of criteria that can be used across the business to identify those processes which may lend themselves really well to blockchain being a viable technology to help solve a certain problem. And so we're not bucketing blockchain in any one process. We think it can be used across the board within an enterprise.
So many industries are looking to be disrupted right now. Right now, one that I'm really interested in looking at is the adult industry. So how can people essentially get services with a modicum of privacy, but not so much anonymity in case there needs to be someone held accountable for what they are procuring. But on the other side, there's a lot of safety for service providers in the industry, and they don't have to worry about showing up somewhere where they don't know if they'll be safe. So I love that one. I just love supply chain industry stuff, provenance tracing, and also just a free internet where applications aren't owned by Goliaths that are looking to store your data and sell your data in centralized, vulnerable places.
First of all, definitely finance. Like the blockchain is essentially money. I don't know if they figured out a way to. A lot of people like the open ledger stuff. I think it's tricky to separate value from blockchain. There's always going to be a value. So money is always going to be a part of it, and that's an industry that's going to be disrupted. A lot of centralized systems, servers are going to be disrupted. Not all of them. I would say any industry with a middleman is primed to be disrupted, because with blockchain you can really, it's a way to put a value to everything and to make payments that go directly to who you are trying to pay. It's a truly peer-to-peer kind of system. So any situation that requires a middleman is kind of primed to be eliminated. So watch out, middleman.
I think that's something that's still working itself out. Throughout the last, say, 18 months, we've seen a lot of different ideas pop up. Some are ready, some are not yet ready for the space. But some that come off the top of my head would be logistics. Supply chain is something that a lot of people are looking at. There's a few projects out there that are looking to disrupt that particular industry. Anything that requires immutability, so it could be medical health records. I've seen a number of startups that are looking into that particular space, albeit it's still very early stages for blockchain technology, so a lot of these ideas might seem good on paper, but once you put them into practical use cases, they might not be the right suitability. It might be something that's more inclined to just a regular database. But I guess that's part of the excitement of blockchain, is that discovery, finding out where this particular technology can be utilized.
Obviously, finance will be the biggest one that gets disrupted. I also think that new economic models will be developed, potentially in the way where we've never seen an economic model like this. I feel like we can see more share economies, but also you can look at different industries like logistics, where there's an immutable public ledger which allows, I guess, the customer to see exactly where their pallet or their package has gone, opposed to believing the delivery company where it's going.
Global supply tracking is huge, I think, and also personal ID. So who owns data, who owns your ID, how are we going to verify ID in the future, how do we give permission for people to see our data? So even looking at the medical example at the moment, at the moment it's just going to be at a big centralised database, but if you put it on a blockchain, you could give permission for your doctor or your pharmacist to see your medical history, and then you could take it away and you could track where it goes, and this is so powerful. This is the exciting part of the technology. So we've just got to get it faster, we've got to get it smarter, we've got to get it more secure, and then the possibilities are endless.